It's been a heck of a year for the U.S. economy. At this time last year, the Dow was still sub 13,000. U.S. unemployment rate was just below 8%. So it feels like, anyway, we are heading into 2014 with the wind at our back for the first time in a long time. Dr. Roman Chek from FSCJ joins us for a look back at the economic year. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, all that stuff. You know, I say we had the wind at our back until the last couple of days in the Dow. We've really taken on the chin. But anyway, this time last year, we closed 2012 with a big surge, so we just powered through that 13,000. But that's a lot of real estate between where we are now and where we were then.
Definitely. Well, look, stock market is stock market. It's always volatile. The fact is, what we're experiencing right now is basically a replay of what we've been through in 2012, 2011, 2010. There's this surge towards the end of the year. Then something bad happens, and we see the recovery fizzle over again. Hopefully it's not going to happen this time around with the budget deal that we just heard about. Right. It seems like the political situation is stabilizing sufficiently that it's not going to add to the uncertainty on the policy front.
We've talked a couple of times on this broadcast about the different ways that the economy could recover, and a lot of concern if you lunge forward too quickly, that's not necessarily healthy. Have we moved along at a healthy pace? Are you relatively pleased with the overall health and strength of the U.S. economy right now, or not?
No, unfortunately not. We are far from growing fast enough. Economy is far from healthy. There seems to be some debate about that in the media, but every economist will tell you economy is far from whole. And we see that in many indicators. Frankly, the latest growth number we got, 3.6%. Economy was growing in the third quarter of this year.
That ain't nothing.
It sounds nice. Unfortunately, about half of it was contributed by building up of the inventories. So until we see fixed investment picking up significantly, it's difficult to talk about self-sustaining solid recovery. And we see that unemployment is inching down. But let's remember, in 2010, unemployment was 10.1%. Now it's down to 7%. It's taken us 3 years, 4 years to reduce unemployment by 3%. So it's a very, very slow, hard slog.
All right. So what's still weighing us down? Was that hole we dug just deeper than really we realized?
Well, at the time, certainly. At the time we were in recession in 2008 and 2009, nobody really knew how bad it was, and that is because we never know how the economy is doing until 3-4 months go by. Right. And even those numbers, of course, are updated. But once we realized how bad it was, we had everything we needed to launch expansionary policy in both of its incarnations, monetary policy, fiscal policy. While monetary policy, on the monetary policy front, policymakers, the Fed has been doing just about everything it could. Some people say it might do more, but basically it's doing what it can. On the fiscal policy front, after the Obama stimulus of 2009 fizzled out towards 2010 and 11, since then our fiscal policy has turned into a completely unnatural contractionary mode and basically weighed down on the economy for a good 3 years now.
All right, in the last couple of minutes here, let's look ahead to 2014. Are you at all optimistic about this? I'm going to guess no. But
actually, I am more optimistic now than I've been in the last 3 years, I have to tell you. I still think it's going to be a relatively slow process. We're still probably a couple of years from economy feeling sort of normal. But definitely we see the signs that the economy is healing and is heading in the right direction. There are several factors contributing to that. We see the housing market improving significantly this year. Consumers feel more secure than they have in several years. Of course, the construction sector is improving, and the industrial production is contributing significantly.
So some of the reasonable expectations for 2014, where do you see unemployment at this time next year?
It's difficult to see how it can dip below 6% sooner than a year from now. There's general consensus it should be well below 6% before the economy is healthy. But really the speed with which unemployment decreases depends on how fast investment in capital goods picks up throughout the American economy.
But do you feel like overall that that we're heading in the right direction?
Definitely.
Overall. I know it's not happening as quickly as you think it should, but we're at least turned in the right way.
Yes, yes, certainly. There are a number of indicators showing that the U.S. economy has turned the corner and is accelerating. Barring some external shocks, there is a good chance that in the second half of 2014 we will actually see good acceleration in economic growth.
Although let's not rule out, Dr. Scheck, that it's an election year next year.
Exactly.
So who knows what those factors will be. Nice to see you. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to you.
Merry Christmas. Thank you
hope to see you in the new year. Absolutely.